Hey guys, this is Ray, owner of DRP Motorsports, and today I thought it would be another great day to do a short devotional video. In this world that we live in, we're always busy doing work, but we got to stop sometimes and thank God and think about God, reflect on God, and honor God in our daily lives. How many of you out there are struggling with something right now? Well, maybe a better question, who is it? Because I think most of us are. Whether it's health, financial, family, legal, the list goes on and on and on and on. We have so many struggles in this world in day-to-day life. I want to read a verse of scripture that my brother at church last night read out to us and talked about, which I thought was an on-time message for me, because I'll just stop and tell you that I'm going through a battle right now, and it's been a struggle. Had some things hit me in the past couple of days. It's really been hard to handle, but got an on-time message from God last night in multiple ways, and it brought me to a point today where I had to stop and do another devotional video. So let me read you this. We talked about this in church last night. Psalm chapter 91, and it's a verse of scripture that I have quoted before in other videos, but I'm going to do it again. And my Bible is the New King James Version, and anyway, it breaks it down as kind of a study Bible. And anyway, the theme of Psalms 91, according to the Bible that I've got right here, it says the theme of Psalms 91 is God's protection in the midst of danger. God doesn't promise a world free of danger, but He does promise His help whenever we face danger. Let me read the scripture. Psalm chapter 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him I will trust. Surely He will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence. He shall cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near you, your dwelling. For He shall give you angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, and the young lion and the serpent shall trample underfoot. Because He has set His love upon me, therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has made known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him, and I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him, and with long life I shall satisfy him and show him my salvation. Psalms 91 is a wonderful verse of scripture, and is a reminder that God is always with us. You know, circumstances can be pretty dire in day-to-day in our problems that we face. Just locally, I learned yesterday that a paper mill is closing a big portion of its system down, and they're going to lay off over 200 workers in the few weeks to come. And it's going to have a ripple effect on all the loggers and other businesses that help support that situation. And I know it affects a lot of folks here locally, because logging and agriculture are big things around here. So, I saw that bad news, and that hurts, and I pray for those people. And I know, and if you're listening there, if you're one of those people, God's listening to you. Call upon Him. He's going to provide a way. I know with friendships and relationships I have at church, there's a lot of people locally that are bad health. Got situations going on struggling with problems. I mean, it's just everywhere you look, there's problems, there's trials, there's tribulations, there's things that seem to be no way out. Even in my own life, I told you I've got an issue right now that is plaguing me, but I know God's got His hand on that, and I'll tell you why. Let me give you my example, and my example is just so that you know that God does hear and He does listen, and He is there to assure us. In my situation, I'm not going to go into details, but it's something that has arose that's really shaken me. And anyway, I prayed about it earnestly, prayed about the situation prior to it really manifesting itself, because I have struggled with some things for a while. And, I've been asking God to give me a closure on some things and make some changes and directions in my life. Well, He has done that. He has answered that prayer, but it's been kind of a forced manner. And the forced manner is what, has disturbed me and been afraid of. But prayed about it earnestly and sought the Lord the past few days. And I've had to remind myself and pick myself up, because it's been a struggle to keep my eyes focused on Him. But that's what we got to do. That's why I'm doing this message, because I'm also reminding myself day to day, hour by hour, minute by minute, what I've got to do. We got to focus on Him. But to let you know, let me just share this example. Went to church last night with things on my mind, and then we get a message dealing with how God is always there to fight our battles, and He's there listening, He's listening to our problems, and He's answering our problems, and He's providing protection. And we talked about Psalms 91 last night, and I was like, my goodness, that is an on-time message. That is from God, because I walked in here and the speaker didn't know that I was struggling, or anybody else in that church was struggling with anything particular, but he shared that verse of scripture. I said, I know that was from God. And we get home from church last night, and you might find this strange, but I don't. We've got some walkway lights that, they're landscape lights that my wife has set out along the walkway going to our house. And they're all LEDs, and they're all supposed to be white. They're not multicolored lights, okay? The light that is closest to the threshold of our house where we walk in our house is glowing red. All the rest of them white. And remember, these are not color changing lights. They're only supposed to be white. Me and my wife both looked at that. It's like, why is that light red? Does that mean something? And then immediately hit me. I was like, yeah, that is signifying that Jesus' blood is covering my family and my household. And these things that come against me are not going to prosper. They're not going to have an evil effect, lasting effect on me and my family. And I told my wife that, and she said, well, you know what, that makes sense, but God, I got to have another assurance. And anyway, she said, Lord, if that's what it truly means, I need to see another red light tonight. And immediately, sooner those words come out of her mouth, she looked up in the sky, and there were 3 planes going over, not making a sound, but you could see their strobe lights flashing, and they were all red, of all colors. Lots of times they're white, but these were all red. And you could see it plain as day. So that was affirmation that that's what that meant. And that, my friends, just goes to show you that God does listen, that He does care, and He is moving in our lives. All we got to do is stop, give it to Him, and let Him take over and do the rest, and watch and see. That's our problem. So many times we try to give it to Him. My wife reminded me of that this morning. We try to give it to Him, and then we pick it back up, and we start worrying about it. We can't do that. And I'm talking to Ray too. You can't pick it back up and keep worrying about it. You got to give it to Him and leave it with Him. And if you'll do that, you'll have victory. So anyways, guys, I'll stop for now. Appreciate you following along. My prayer is that each and every one of you are blessed and you have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you again soon.